Hi gamers! This time we are gonna analyze a few replays from my time when I was playing Komis and Zouk as Apollon. Have in mind that some of those replays are about 2 years old. You will see how battles are at the top level and what it takes to 5-star those nasty 3D bases. The first one is against the 367 base. He has Filipinos active, which makes our fighters less effective, and Maori, which is a big threat for our commandos. To make matters worse, he has 61% defender damage. This base is quite common between defenders even now. It is fully closed without doors, and therefore we need to break a wall while we cause the first spawn with our decoys. We are very careful to deploy a few footies near the Pentagon to make the general spawn too. We do the usual lure and bait business in a quiet corner. Watch the minor pause right after I deploy my 2 heavy tanks. I want to be sure everything will target my heavy tanks, then I will proceed with the rest of my mid shield. Protect, heal and assault rally to beef up my mid shield. Then one scan from my recon to make everything crumble under my fighter attack. The battle proceeds like normal with deployment of troops and troop cards. We were successful in dealing with the first spawn, and now this base is ours. From this battle, keep with you the breaking of the wall segment to transform the base from closed to open, and how precise you need to be with your bait units and mid-shield handling. On to the second battle. This one is against the 373 base. The main threat comes from his museum and the minus 63% evading general hit point, as this will greatly diminish our mid-shield's overall durability. Another threat is that the base is closed and we need to break a single wall segment at the top and the Zouk sentry building. And last of all, we have to deal with 4 Eisenhowers from the stronghold. I deploy my troops at a quiet corner, my heavy tanks first, then the rest, and again I'm fast with my protect, recon scan, deploying planes and healing. It takes all my fighters to hit twice till I can be free to deploy my commandos. Let's run the video faster, this base is toast now anyway. The last video for today is against the 418 base. With a quick look at his museum, the biggest threat is his high DST, as this will make his base speed units faster and his minus 40% in invading fighter hit points. Onwards to battle. Take note that my troop composition against high level 3Ds is much different from what I usually run. I have 17 commandos and only 8 Zouks. This is because those bases are a nightmare and I need more commandos. In this case I use the recon to help me against the first wave and 3 veteran bazooka troop cards, as they are very good and will help me get quick victory. The base itself is again a totally closed one, so I break a single wall segment, decoys, I scan the area where I will deploy my army just to be safe, and the usual lure and protect phase begins. Again, take note of the little pause in between deployment of heavy tanks and the rest of the mid-shield. Very important little detail. The big nasty mob is coming at me with some Eisenhowers in it, but I care not. A nicely timed scan from my recon and 8 fighters make short work of these enemies. Since I survived this first encounter, all has been decided and this base is mine. The rest just needs a bit of patience and good fighter handling. Common denominator in all those fights were that I had to break a wall to make the base open and create a space for the first spawn to pass, and that my commandos are not being deployed unless I have dealt to a big extent with the first wave. those 3 fights demonstrated some nice action against 3Ds. It was a small glimpse of the future for all you Komis and Zooks strikers out there. Just remember that precision, speed and good reading of the base layout are your allies here. Until the next episode, always study the enemy bases before you attack and practice. Goodbye.